I was just down.
Battle of the Sith Lords is an action game starring one of the stars of Star Wars Episode 1, the Phantom Menace Darth Maul. The game was dark and brutal, and it showed the beginnings of the future Sith Lords. Some developers have showed interest in pushing through with the title, and hopefully the small game gets released. This demo was being developed not by Bethesda but by the Interplay, the original developer and publisher of the Fallout series. This developer was responsible for Fallout 1, 2, and Fallout Tactics. Interplay was reportedly working on a Fallout MMO called Fallout Online. This deal was struck in 2014. The game got cancelled when Bethesda bought back the rights to a Fallout MMO. The Avengers video game was developed by THQ, was a first-person title based directly on the Marvel Cinematic Universe but had a different story to it. It allowed players to use the different Avengers and each had their own set of skills. The game was astonishing to say the least. Sadly, the project slowly died down when THQ began its deadline in 2011. Aside from Battle of the Sith Lord, there's another Star Wars game that got the axe. This time around, the game has been on the far end of development stage. What makes this Star Wars game different from the rest is that it focuses on bounty hunters and their gadgets instead of Force. The game is supposed to revolve around Boba Fett during his early days. Now, if that doesn't make this game exciting, we don't know what else does. This terrifying short horror game was made by the legendary Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. Despite giving players roughly 30 minutes of game time, PD exceeded all expectations and looked to be the scariest game to date. Sadly, the Silent Hills game was cancelled after Kojima and Konami's fallout, and just like that, possibly the best horror game ever was no longer in our reach. Only those who download and never deleted PD can play it, as it's no longer available on the PlayStation Store. The game terrified the living soul of us, but we're still playing that. The title will push through somehow.